Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P0117 indicates an issue with the ECT sensor 1 circuit, reporting low voltage. The engine coolant temperature ECT sensor is crucial in monitoring the temperature of the engine's coolant. This data is sent to the engine control module ECM, influencing fuel injection and ignition timing. The ECT sensor is typically located near the thermostat housing or cylinder head. If this sensor malfunctions, it could cause engine performance issues, including increased emissions or poor fuel economy. Proper troubleshooting is essential to identify the exact cause of this DTC and implement corrective measures. This guide will walk you through the necessary steps to resolve the P0117 error code effectively. The DTC P0117 relates specifically to the ECT sensor 1 circuit, reporting low voltage. The ECT sensor plays a vital role in monitoring the engine's coolant temperature and is responsible for transmitting this information to the engine control module, ECM. This data is critical for determining appropriate fuel injection and ignition timing, which directly affects engine performance. The sensor is typically found near the thermostat housing or the engine block. If the sensor detects a coolant temperature that is too low, it can lead to performance issues, including rough engine operation and increased emissions. Understanding the role and location of the ECT sensor is fundamental for successful troubleshooting. Several factors could lead to the triggering of DTC P0117. Firstly, poor electrical connections, such as corroded or loose terminals at the ECT sensor or the PCM, powertrain control module, can disrupt the signal. Secondly, a defective ECT sensor itself can fail to provide accurate temperature readings, resulting in low voltage being reported. Additionally, a short circuit in the wiring can cause abnormal electrical conditions, leading to the same DTC error code. Understanding these potential causes is crucial for narrowing down the source of the issue during troubleshooting. Careful inspection of the electrical connectors and wiring is essential. If DTC P0117 is present, several symptoms may manifest. The most noticeable is the illumination of the check engine light on the dashboard, which serves as an alert of underlying engine issues. Additionally, drivers may experience poor engine performance, such as rough idling or hesitation during acceleration, which can be a result of incorrect fuel mixture calculations due to inaccurate coolant temperature readings. Furthermore, increased emissions can occur as the ECU attempts to compensate for perceived engine issues, leading to non-compliance with emissions regulations. Recognizing these symptoms is critical in identifying the problem early and preventing further engine complications. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P0117 involves verifying the problem. Begin by turning the vehicle to the on mode, which powers the electrical systems without starting the engine. Utilize the Honda Diagnostics System, HDS, to assess the current values of the ECT sensor 1. The specific threshold to look for is a voltage reading of less than 0.08 volts. If the current condition matches this threshold, it suggests that the failure is consistent and can be duplicated, prompting further troubleshooting. However, if there are discrepancies, it may indicate an intermittent issue that could depend on a poor connection. In such cases, check for loose terminals or faulty connections at the ECT sensor and the PCM, and examine any recorded freeze frame data for additional insights. In the second troubleshooting step, power down the vehicle by turning it to the off lock mode. Next, disconnect the ECT sensor 1 2P connector to isolate the sensor from the circuit. Once disconnected, turn the vehicle to the on mode again and use the HDS to check the voltage parameters of ECT sensor 1. Similar to the previous check, you're looking for a voltage reading of less than 0.08 volts. If the threshold is met, it indicates the ECT sensor is believed to be faulty, thus necessitating its replacement. Conversely, if the readings are above the threshold, the ECT sensor is functioning correctly, and further diagnosis will be necessary. Step 3 involves checking for shorted wires in the circuit. Start by turning the vehicle back to the off/lock mode. Then, jump the System Communication Serial (SCS) line using the HDS. Following this, disconnect the PCM connector B51P to isolate the PCM from the circuit. Check for continuity between test points 1 and 2, which will involve testing the ECT sensor 1 2P connector's pin number 2 and the vehicle's body ground. If continuity exists, it indicates a short in the TW wire between the PCM and ECT sensor, which needs to be repaired. If there is no continuity, it suggests the wiring may be in good condition. In this case, consider updating the PCM if it doesn't have the latest software, or substituting it with a known good unit to see if that resolves the DTC. After completing the applicable repair steps, it is critical to verify that repairs were successful. Begin by rechecking the DTC status to determine if P0117 is still present. If the repair was effective, the DTC should clear from the system. Confirm that the original issue, such as low voltage readings from the ECT sensor, has been resolved before concluding the troubleshooting process. Following this, clear any remaining DTC codes from the system using the HDS, which will reset the check engine light and allow for future monitoring of the vehicle's systems. Conducting this verification step ensures that the repairs made are lasting and the vehicle functions correctly. Preventive maintenance is crucial in avoiding future occurrences of DTC P0117. Regular inspections of the wiring system connected to the ECT sensor can help catch any early signs of wear, damage, or corrosion. Ensuring that electrical connections remain tight is vital to prevent intermittent signals that could trigger the DTC. Keeping the PCM updated with the latest software ensures optimal communication between the ECT sensor and the control module. Adopting these preventive measures can prolong the lifespan and effectiveness of vital engine components. By consistently monitoring these areas, you can keep your Honda Fit running smoothly and efficiently. In conclusion, understanding the implications of DTC P0117 is key to maintaining the performance of your Honda Fit. By following a structured approach in the troubleshooting process, you can accurately identify and resolve issues related to the ECT sensor circuit. Each of the diagnostic steps provides a valuable roadmap, guiding technicians through essential checks and repairs. Moreover, implementing a routine preventive maintenance strategy will significantly reduce the likelihood of future faults. Keeping an eye on wiring integrity, connection tightness, and current software updates will ensure longevity and optimal performance of engine components. Remember, addressing codes like P0117 promptly can prevent more extensive and costly repairs down the line. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time!